Morning, Sis Ching. You're in Sydney.
Yeah,
Enjoy yourself. Go and visit your son.
my son is with me at the moment. I'm dropping him off and then after that I come home.
Okay.
Hold on now.
Hey,
Good morning, sister.
Now,
good morning, brother Hock. Let me
How are you?
do the opening first, then of me hand over to brother.
Yep,
Okay.
sure. Thank you.
And,
Sister Lily, after who's the host?
Sister Cupping.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. A very good morning. Let us start the session for today. A warm welcome to Abode Masters, Hualien Dharma team, and brothers and sisters around the globe to Saturday Hualien Dharma Talk. Today, I would like to share Master Ching Yen's daily words of wisdom. Everyone a bodhisattva, creating blessing for the world. Accepted from Master Ching Yen's speech at Yunlin Jiayi Tainan year-end blessings and commissioning ceremony on 12th January. Year after year, month after month, moment after moment, with a heart of utmost sincerity, we pray for social harmony and peace, for favorable winds and timely rains throughout the world. We also pray that more people will walk the Bodhisattva path in this world, with the great aspiration that everyone becomes a Bodhisattva, creating blessings for humanity. The power of one person's prayer may be small, but when we gather the strength of many in sincere prayers, we widely cultivate blessed affinities. Upholding the spirits of the bamboo bank years with genuine and heartfelt intent, everyone preserves one wholesome thought each day, and together we create blessings for all people. Accepted by Sister Ho Xin Ching from Singapore. 感恩 to Master's teaching. Now let us send our sincere prayers into the 10 directions. May the Sahara land be free from disaster and peace prevails in the world. Let us sing the prayer song with sincere piousness. May all minds be purified. May there be peace in the community. May there be no disasters in this world. Now let us together pray for universal love and blessing. With loving respect, gratitude, and confidence, let us wish every person in our lives a healthy body, an enlightened mind, and a total fulfillment in universal love. Now let us expand this consciousness to include every person in the world, every being in the universe. Let our unified love make this wonderful world even better. Let us all immerse ourselves in the joyful embrace of universal love. Before we hear the wonderful sharing, let us invite our board masters to lead us in paying homage to the Triple Gems. Let us pay our respects for these teachings and explanations to the Buddha and Master Qing by making 3 sincere bows. Please rise, palms together. First bow. Second bow. Third bow. And a bow to our beloved abode masters who could join us today. Okay. So today we have 3 brothers who will be sharing with us. First, we have Brother Hock who will be sharing from Archeology to Present, and followed by Brother David on the Q&A session. And lastly, we have Brother Jack who will be sharing on looking forward and backward and forward on Qing path. Okay, now let us invite Sister Qing for the weekly summary. Sister Qing, over to you. Kan En.
Thank you so much, Sister Lily and Anna. Okay, draw up my file. All right. Okay, last week we had Sister Everly and Master Te Huang, as well as Sister Pang Hui. And Sister Everly spoke that in 2012, disaster relief began, reshaping Sister Everly's mind. Peaceful childhood knew no war, its suffering hard to find. Jordan arrived unknown, armed soldiers marked the harsh ground. Faith stood rooted, humility, discipline, and clarity found. Without hesitation, Buddhists served without pride or control. Compassion brought care alone, conversion never took its toll. Giving eye to eye, protecting dignity in each place. Refugees' softened eyes reflected hope and quiet grace. Compassion met wisdom, assumptions faded from sight. True wisdom appears when tested through darkness and fight. Roads once filled with joy now bore death's cold trace. Olive borders split, one side lush, the other erased space. In darkness people ran, trees offering fragile refuge. Morning came, safety reached, yet hope remained a quiet fuse. Children targeted, violence designed to crush future dreams. Vows carried forward, standing firm through suffering's heavy streams. And this is part 1, there's a part 2. Then Master Te Huang was teaching us. Master Te Huang teaches diligence, warning laziness, chooses wrong ways. Good and evil separate clearly through our daily days. Tortoise beats the rabbit, steady effort wins the race. Elder volunteer surprises, strength revealed with pace. Youth may rush ahead, yet seniors travel far ahead. Diligence brings steadiness, lasting longer as said. When spirits falter, crowds remind us not to stall. Stand still too long, momentum may cause fall. Follow those before us, keep the journey true. Passed by others, yet we serve within the crew. Master keeps moving on. Age never says stay. Across the land she travels, sharing blessings each day. Sparrows listen closely, faithful through wind and cold. With Dharma guiding hearts, diligence grows strong and bold. And lastly, we had Sister Pang Hui from Malaysia. Since 1994, firm resolve planted everything from one seed, from beauty salon days, determination shaped each chosen deed. Returning again in 1998, affinities arrived not a moment too late. Once paths are found, no distance can threaten fate. Commissioned in 2000, Sister Pang Hui walked vows side by side. Children joined her steps with loving hearts as guide. Children calming parents' mind are blessings clearly shown. 25 years of serving, compassion and wisdom grown. Impermanence reminds us small mistakes can stray far. In 2012, illness came, yet dimmed not her shining star. Through chemo days she served, her spirit stayed strong. Letting go of pessimism, she learned where ease belongs. In later years, green action and training intertwine. Content hearts know gratitude. Love leaves doubt behind. Okay. And for listening, and let me stop share. I'll hand over right now to Sister Kaping to introduce our next speaker. Sister Kaping, are you there?
Hi, good morning, brothers
Good morning.
and sisters. The next speaker is our brother Sun Hock. He needs no introduction. Yeah, and his topic this morning is very interesting, from archaeology to present. And brother Sun Hock, I must say that he has walked, many times to the Buddha land, Nepal, India, and he has been, very, very generous, donating towards what Master wanted to do, bringing, Buddhism back to India and Nepal. So let us now, listen to Brother Sun Hock.
Hey, brothers and sisters, good morning. Ching the Sangren, and all the brothers and sisters, good morning. How are you? Long time never see all of you. So good to see. And today we'd like to share a topic called From Archaeologists to the Present. Yeah. And as you can see, and the very first time when I went to Nepal in Kapi Vastu, one of the brothers told me, "Come, Sun Hock, I'll bring you to Palace." I'm so excited to go Palace, Then I started to ask a lot of questions about the Palace. He said, "No, this is a very nice place, but you see it from your heart, not from your eye." I say, "Why I had to see the Palace from my heart, not eye?" He said, "Because from the eye, you can't see anything." Well, true enough. When I reach this place, I really can't see anything. Yep. I only see the stone, a few rows of stone, bricks. Then they call it, this is a palace. Yeah. And anyway, this is where our Buddha, Prince Siddhartha, lived here for 29 years. As all of us know, that Prince Siddhartha left this palace through the gate, the eastern gate, with a horse and one assistant. Yeah. So three of them, they left the place. But when I took this picture, this is a picture where also from the eastern gate. So our brother Kenny told us, when you want to find a path, how Buddha, when Buddha left this eastern gate, where he go? He turn left, turn right, go straight, or how he go? So we try to find where Buddha go. So coincident, four of us visited that place that day. Yeah. And Brother Kenny insists he has to wear Tzu commissioner shirts with the tie, walking. At first he thought he will walk for maybe 1 kilometers or maybe 200 meter. But we end up that particular day, we walked 12 kilometers. Yeah. He all the way with wearing the tie. So I will see this picture as a very beautiful picture compared to this. You see the Buddha is in the middle, and this is the horse, yeah, with the white pants, and this is the assistants. Well, but today I'm not sharing the stories about the Buddha. I would like to share about this Mahayana. Do you know who is this? Do you know who is this? This is not a Buddha statue. Yeah, this is a statue of Mahapajapati. She is the foster mother of Buddha, and also, yeah, after the sister passed away, she is the Sakya queen. Yeah. After receiving the Buddha teaching, she wanted to follow Buddha to learn Buddhism, but was rejected by Buddha many, many, many times, but she never gave up. She again and again and again asked Buddha that she want to become the monastery. So she started to shave her head and wear a simple robes. Then the best thing that touches the most is she started to walk from Kapilavastu to Vaisali, where Buddha was staying in Vaisali. The distance is between 300 to 400 kilometers. And go with her is another 500 Sakya women. So it means they walk with barefoot from Kapilavastu to Vaisali. Yep. When reached Vaisali, again Buddha rejected her request. Yeah, she want to get ordination, but Buddha said no. But through Ananda help, then she is successful to become the first bhikkhuni. And she also the pioneer in founding Bhikkhuni Sangha. Why she is important? Yeah, our masters is also Bhikkhuni. If it's not because of her, maybe, yeah, our master don't have a chance to become Bhikkhuni. Yeah, that's why we try to find out the path where she go after she left the palace. Yeah, the distance that she walked is 300 to 400 kilometers. Yeah. So it is just like what we learn in Sutra of Infinite Meaning. He was able to give up all that is hard to give up, such as wealth, wife, children, and kingdom. And 500, she leads 500 Sakya women to walk with barefoot with long, long distance. So her life symbolized determination, equality among men and women. Everyone can learn Buddhism. And she teaches about compassion. And most important is the courage. And when I read the book about her story, I always think of Master. Her story and the courage, the compassion, and the determination shown by her is exactly. We can read the same story in Master. If we read the book called The Story of Tzu Jing Chapter 1, yeah, you can see exactly the determination Master Chen Yan have and the compassion our Master has. So all the journey we start with walking. From the day one, when we walk with 4 people, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, we try to find what is the best way to walk. What is the best possibility way to walk? We're not trying to find the real path to walk, but we want to experience the suffering she experienced. We want to experience when we walk with the team. When you walk alone, it's very easy. Lord Buddha just ride with the horse and go alone. But she, Mahapajapati, had to walk along with 500 women, which is very, very difficult. We try to walk on the day 2. We try to invite all the brothers and sisters to walk together with us. We have 25 people. So we start to get where they go. Turn right, turn left, or go straight. Yeah. So everything we walk, we start from the eastern gate. Then we found out there are so many routes that we can go. The final destination we want to reach is our Kapilavastu Great Love Village. Our Thai village is here. So the palace is on this side. So we want to walk here. Why we want to walk this distance? Because from the map tell us from the eastern gates to our Kapilavastu Thai village is only 3.7 kilometer. But when we walk, actually we can reach in 3.7 kilometers. It's almost 11.5 kilometers. Yeah. But we try to walk by our foot. Some distance in some part, we walk with barefoot. Yeah. If you're familiar with the song that we always sing during our patient care called Fang Xiang, when we go this distance, we can feel how Master Chen Yin feeling throughout this song. 告别了家园 say goodbye to the home. Yeah. 踏上的旅程，未知 yeah, 隐约听见佛陀 the Buddha, the calling, 1,000 years calling. Yeah. So this is what we deeply feel when we walk this distance. We think the only possibility they or Buddha can go from Kapilavastu so far away to the India, the most possibility way is through the river. That's why we try to find where is the river and we try to walk along the riverside. The most beautiful part is when we go walk outside the Eastern Gate. We see the beautiful sunrise. Very beautiful. It is just like what we learn, the song lyrics. 迎向太阳，迈向东方。这是一生 yeah, it's a direction of my life destiny. Yeah. So when we walk through the Eastern and we see this beautiful sunrise, the only person in our mind, yeah, is our master. And the only direction that we wanted to go is Jingxi aboard. And also that is the direction of our Ta'ai village. But where's the road? Master always teaches, we learn from Sutra. From the Sutra, we learn the Dharma. From the Dharma, we will find the path. So Sutra of Infinite Meaning, it's very useful during the walk. Yeah. When we find a way, we started as early as 5:14 in the morning. We always start at 5 o'clock in the morning. And we walk after the walk many times in the day. Sometimes we go in the after evening, 5+. Yeah. You can imagine at 5 a.m., it is, that day is about 12 degree. Yeah. It's very cold, 12 degree. And it is it's so foggy. The whole place is so cold. Yeah. But when you reach home after 5, the whole place start to turn very, very dark. But we will not walk alone. We always got a team to walk together. We start to walk through the river. When we walk in this path, yeah, the first thing we see is a jungle. We see the jungle. And the best thing is every time when we walk, the sister will always ask, got stink, got stink, got stink. So one of the sisters at the back, wearing the black shirt, called Sister Ziwei, she always clap hands during the walk. So you wonder, is that because she thinks the walk is very nice, or is she like it very much? Then after that, finish the distance. Then she said she's very scared. She's scared of snake because we see a lot of snake skin along the way. Yeah, we want to experience, we want to see, or we want to experience by ourselves, the way how they walk, the suffering how they do. So it is just like in Sutra of Infinite Meaning and the page 14. Yeah, they abide in states of bliss, wondrous, and true, with infinite compassion to relieve the suffering of sentient beings. But before we can relieve the pain, the suffering from sentient beings, we ourselves, we have experienced that suffering. For information, there is no toilet along the way. So we always say everywhere is a toilet. There is no cafe, there's no food. Yeah. So on the first day, we just keep walking. We thought that, a certain area where we can stop for food. But actually, there's nothing for us for the breakfast. We came to this place where we see a lot of tree. There's a dry off, stripe by the lightning. And we call this place called Lonely Planet. And it's so beautiful. But when you stand there, it is only us. And for information, sisters and Brother Rocky, Brother Rocky, this gentleman, he born in Lumkapi Vastu. He told us he never thought of where Buddha go, which way Buddha would go, or which way Mahapajapati will use. Yeah. And all of this road is a first time for him to walk together with us. He is wonder when first day he came to me, he said, Sun Ho, how can you know this road? How can you know? I say, I don't know. Then he keep asking all the brothers, it seems like all of you very familiar with this road. Are you sure it's the first time for you? Yes. And actually, this is the first time for us to use this road. But it looks like so familiar. It is a road that we ever walked 2,500 years ago, maybe. But all the road is just come to us naturally, you know. We asked the villagers, is there any road in front? All of them would tell us the same thing. No, 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 don't go. There's like in front of the jungle. You cannot go across. But when we go through that, we'll find another way. Then we could go through the other way, then you find another way. We always find a way. But the direction is very simple. We go to the east, where our Ta'ai village is. So after this place, we start to see a lot of birds, thousands of birds flying, and we can hear a lot of birds singing. We know we are very near to the right way. From there, we start to see people. We start to see paddy field, we start to see vegetable field, and walk in here. We see the farmer, they plant the potato. We see the farmer plant the potato. Yeah. So along the way, we see people plant vegetable. We see with them wash vegetable, cut vegetable. Yeah. Early in the morning. This picture is all taken quite early. But when we walk through one field, then we suddenly everything is so clear. Then we know that's a right way, and we see very big river. And this is a river where Buddha and also Mahapajapati ever used before. When we found this river, everyone is so happy. And most happy is we found this hanging bridge. Brothers and sisters, you read the stories of Tzu Chi in Qing. One of the scene is Master bid farewell to her mother and this hanging bridge. When he found this hanging bridge, immediately all brothers and sisters were saying, this is exactly like Master bid farewell, the place where Master bid farewell to her mother. Master bid farewell to her mother in the place called Ziben. And this place is about 3 kilometers away from the palace. Very beautiful beach. Then we have confidence. We know we find the right path. And on that particular day itself, we walk through the river, along the river, total about 11.5 kilometers from Kapivastu, Eastern Gate, to our Ta'ai village. Then on the next 2 days, we start to call all the brothers and sisters, let's walk together. Let's walk together. And we invited 6 monasteries to join us. So 6 monasteries, they send 64 bhikkhuni, and some is Little Sami, join us for the walk. So on that particular day, we have total of 264 bhikkhuni, little Sami, brothers and sisters, and also our villagers. We walk together to experience the way that Mahapajapati walked from East Gate to our Thai village. So before, as usual, before we walk, we will do the praying. We'll sing the praying song. So all this Vikuni and also little Sami, they join us together for the praying. And from there, we start to walk out from the eastern gate. That is exactly we experience, and especially when we take a bow to the palace that represent, that is feedback, bid farewell to the mortal world. And that's where we go to the Siu-Sing Zilu, the monastery life. And we walk along with a very beautiful team, two in the line, it's a very long line. Along the way, we see a lot of beautiful place. We see this is a place where the Qing, the Buddha fathers and mothers place. Yeah. And along the way, we see paddy field, we see vegetable field. You know, for information, brother and sister, when we see this potato field and when we see this paddy field or even this vegetable field, immediately we think of master. You know, when we read the book of Jingxi, the story of Ciqi, master always said when they are hungry, they got no food to eat. They always find in this potato field the leftover potato. Yeah. Then the leftover potato, they will get a permission from the farmer so that they can take away. Same thing. On that day, we try to find potato. We ask permission from the farmer. Can we take it? You know, we found almost about 4-5 kilos of potato, and we cook it at night. We felt so good. You know, we want to experience what Master experienced. Along the way, we see a lot of beautiful scenery. This is a mustard flower. Yeah. And we see a lot of beautiful roads where, you know, at first we thought it's very narrow, but end up actually it's very big. Yeah. This is towards almost reach our Thai village. And you see a lot of beautiful scenery along the way. Of course, when we want to see, we want to help the suffering, we have to see how they live. Along the way, we see old people, we see sick people, and we see a lot of poor people. We go through this village, and this village, they are surprised to see outside them. This is quite a new village. It's about 40 years old. But they say we are the first NGO, and especially they say we are the first Chinese to enter this village. They are so happy to see us. You know, we visited the house. We visited their kitchen. They are cooking. One of the brothers, he is rushing to go inside to see this old man, what he's doing. He forget to remove the shoes. You know, in the culture, if you don't remove the shoes and you walk into the kitchen, the elderlies, the oldest people at their home, that they are not allowed to eat. This is the culture. So, you know, all the brothers and sisters, we wear shoes, went inside the kitchen. And that caused the old man, the oldest man in the family, got no food to eat for one day. We felt so sorry for him. Yeah. So along the way, we experience how they live. We communicate with them, we talk to them, and we know that they are very poor, and we help them to buy the vegetable. Yeah. And we help them to carry the carrots. You know, brother and sister, at first I thought this is very easy to carry. Yeah, you can put on the head maybe like 10, 15 kilos. You know, brother and sister, this one bag like that is close to about 35 kilo. Yeah, 35 kilo they can put on top of the head. Very strong. So we see all of this. Yeah, this is a merit. The horse, you see the horse? Yeah. This is the married, a newlywed. Yeah. So the man take the wife to the family. Yeah. This is the married. So along the way, we see life. Then we see river. We see people washing their vegetable. Early in the morning, they wash a vegetable so that they can sell the vegetable in the market for higher price. And for information, this lopak, they sell very cheap, about 50 cents Malaysia ringgit in the morning, 25 cents in the afternoon. Yeah. Evening, they sell, you take whatever you want, you just take it. Yeah. They sell very, very cheap, maybe like 10 cents per kilo. So we always say the best thing to do is to relieve suffering. Yeah. Having relieved them from suffering, Bodhisattva then expounded Dharma to them, enabling them to experience happiness. This village is very poor, and we try to bring our team, the big team, walk through this village, and we have bhikkhuni. We hope these villagers can donate something to bhikkhuni. When we explain to them, can you give something to bhikkhuni? Then they say, no, you should give something to me. You should give us something because we are very poor. How can we give? How can we give donation? You know? But we try to explain to them whatever you have. Maybe you have the handful of rice. Maybe you have vegetable. That's all you can donate. Okay. So we initiate, we give them three things: one biscuit, one candy, and one chocolate. So we tell the children on the next day, we give you three items. You're allowed to eat one. On the next day, the two items you need to donate to the little son. You know, we tell all the boys and the girls like that, and we tell the old men, old people, and the housewife. We tell them, please give them your vegetable. Yeah, give them handful of rice. On the next day, when early in the morning, when we walk through the village, to a surprise, the villagers queue up. They're wearing the most beautiful shirts they have. They're waiting for us. Yeah. They're like a big festival in that village. They're waiting for us. Things about 50 of them waiting for us. That does make us think, during a day of bamboo bang, we talk, the Tsuchi brother and sister start to spread love. Yeah, in the pasar. Yeah, this is always we do. You see, all the villagers, they come with a carrot, they come with a vegetable. Yeah. Along the way, some they even give us onion. Yeah, they give us onion. They give vegetable, they give carrot. And I remember there's one old lady, he blind. Then he said, can I donate something? So she said, I have nothing. So we asked her, what you want to donate? She gave us a pack of salt, a very, very small pack of salt. Yeah. So that is to our surprise. Yeah. I have a lot of PPT. This is a very beautiful place. Yeah, where we walk along the river. All right. But last, I wanted to, because of time, yeah, I would like to show you one video. Okay. I like this video very much. Let us enjoy this video together. Can you hear the sound, Sister Kapil? Oh, never mind. I just explained. This is the sound that where the background is. It is where Master saying the words on the song called Function. We walk out together from the Eastern Gate. We walk together. Yeah. The moment we left the palace, we felt like we are going to the monastery life. We make a bow It is bid farewell to the mortal life world. And we start to walk from here to our Thai village. Sorry, I don't know how to add the sound. That's the music. Sorry for that. So you walk together. You can see some is the little Sami. Total of us is 264. It's a very beautiful place. You see a lot of flowers, the mustard flowers. We do round 4, round 5 in this area. Yeah, we do round 4, round 5 in this area. Then we start to walk on this way, from this very small village. Yeah. This village was very shocked to see so many visitors to the village. And all the boys and girls, they're waiting for us at the roadside. Yeah. They queue up two sides just to welcome us. And they give us everything they have. Rice, vegetable, a carrot, a very, very beautiful human life. They give us salt, some they give us sugar. And they wear the most beautiful shirts they have at their home. Yeah. We try to experience the way Mahapajapati walked. So we walk through vegetable field, we walk along the river bank, and finally we cross the river also. Along the way we see a lot of birds, very beautiful. We cross this hanging bridge, and this is a very beautiful hanging bridge. You see a very beautiful sunrise. Every time you walk, this little Sami, she's scared. So they pull her. We're being along the Tzu flats and also Buddhist flat.
How many days, yeah, brothers and Hock?
Sorry?
How many days or how many hours was the walk?
The walk is about 3.5 hours. 3.5 hours, one day. Yeah, one time. Because some part is quite difficult to walk because on that we have to cross the river. Later you can see. Sorry, got no song. Actually, this is very good because master is talking. So, Sister Cupping is time out.
Yes, yes.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
I'll show you the video next time. Yeah.
Okay, please.
Thank you
please
very much,
send me.
brother and sister. Thank
Okay.
you. Very warm. Good morning.
Thank you so much, Brother Sun Hock. I mean, it's been a great sharing. Your sharing this morning about Mahapajapati is really a reminder to all of us about, steadfastness, courage, and finding the right direction. And this walk that you have just shown us is really, like you said, Kwang Xiang is journeying on the direction, the path leading to life's destiny. And for Mahapajapati was to be there and be the first, Bhikshuni Sangha family. So walking to Ta'ai village there, and also for most of us to Qing Abbot, it is really something that it's the right direction, and we are always guided by the Dharma Master's teachings. So, and along the way, there are going to be a lot of noises, distractions, and also doubts. And therefore, it's really important, like all of you, walking in groups, supporting each other, rallying, for each other, so that none of us will go astray. I think that is something that, what Tzu Chi, allow us to do in this one big family. And I think what you have shown is really beautiful, right? From Lonely Planet to the lively fields and villages, and along the way you've seen the scenes, of familiarity, like the hanging bridge, the potato fields, and all that. So even though we didn't walk, but with you this morning, showing us, sharing your experiences, I felt that I've been there. So next time, maybe that is what I would like to do as well. 3.5 hours.
Please come. Please come. I'll bring you. I'll
Okay,
bring you
thank
free of
you.
charge. Thank you. Good day.
All right.
Thank
Free guide, yeah? Okay. All
you.
right.
Yeah, free of
Thank you
charge.
so much. Yes, I see that we have now Brother David with
Good
us.
morning, everybody.
Yes, welcome back, brother. Finally, after so
I will be
many
back. Don't
months.
worry. I will be back.
Yeah. Before we start the session, and Brother Sun Hock is still there. I know he's going to rush off. Can we all switch on the video and take a picture?
Okay.
So I have to stop share first, right? Yeah. Can somebody take the picture for all of us? Sister Lily?
Yeah, I will take. Okay, hold on. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, taken. Cảm
Okay,
ơn.
thank you. Cảm ơn. Yes, so sorry, yeah. So Brother David, welcome back. Everyone has been waiting for this session. You have been away for quite a few months.
Yes.
Okay, so I think without further ado, we are already a bit on the short of time. Yeah, the first question here, Brother David, is I'm a recycling volunteer at our recycling center in Klang. We have received religious books like Buddhism books. We are directed to dispose them as mixed paper. Is that the correct thing to do? Please advise, Cảm ơn.
Okay, 1 minute. Let me see my file. I have to watch my file first. I don't know how to do it.
Huh?
I want to find all my file.
Your file?
Yeah, in my computer.
Oh, I can't
But
help you with that.
I don't know which one. How to find it? Okay. I find it now. Okay. Okay, first question.
I'm a recycling volunteer at
Yeah.
our recycling center in Klang. Yeah.
Okay.
You have that? Yeah.
This you have to it depends, the 1 minute. It's the first one, it's why do some once dedicated volunteers. Is this one?
No, the recycling volunteer, just
Okay, my sequence is wrong now because my first question is why do some once dedicated volunteers so diligent and committed in the past?
oh, okay.
Eventually,
We can start with this. We
no,
can
no,
start
no
with
problem,
this.
no problem. I can start from your sequence. The first one is I have to find out which one.
Which one do you want to go first? Recycling volunteer or the other one?
Okay, because the Xiu Qing send me the question. The first one is why do some once dedicated volunteers
Okay,
so
we can start
diligent?
with this. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you
Why do
want to
some
repeat? You repeat, yeah.
Okay, why do some once dedicated volunteers, so diligent and committed in the past, eventually grow distant and stop volunteering? What causes their passion to fade and their footsteps to quietly disappear? Shall we recreate the affinity, and how?
Okay, actually, this is quite normal in our charitable organization, because all the volunteers, they are part-time, not full-time. They have their own family, they have their business, okay, and so many different affinity affect whether he can keep constantly or not. There are many reasons for regression of the heart, of our heart. At the very beginning, most of volunteers are so diligent. This because their initial aspiration, like every one of us, we have initial aspiration, 出发心呐，对不对？
Yeah.
Which
Initial
is very,
aspiration.
yeah, which is very passionate and powerful. From where we wore the gray uniform, right? Because very simple. However, after a period of training, of test and testing, 人跟事的考验呐，对不对？
People
Perhaps,
and matters, yeah.
yeah, perhaps we encounter the situation where we are wronged, misunderstood, or be harmed. So in terms of this condition, the pace is likely slow down or stop, right? Yeah. For some volunteers, because of family or their career factors, which cause them cannot undertake more works or responsibilities, right? So this is also one of the reasons. So you can see, that's why we always say in Buddhism, we say keep our initial aspiration as very beginning, then 成佛有余啊，对不对？发心如初啊，成佛有余啊。
With
As long as you
you know,
can keep,
aspiration, yeah.
yeah, you can keep this motivation and this uh, initial aspiration until now, even you have been doing volunteer 10 or 20 or 30 years, then you can attain Buddhahood easily, as long as you can keep this initial aspiration. But it's not easy. Otherwise, everybody of us is Buddha now, right? So it's not easy, right?
So
So
is it true, Brother David, when you say this, right? Therefore, it is very important that it's just like running a marathon, right? You have to keep a steady pace. You cannot overexert yourself because you are so hot in this thing, right? And then suddenly you found that, oh, you cannot keep up with, because now there are lots of distractions, and then you kind of like, drop out from
yeah,
the
so in this throughout this process is the opportunity for our learning, right? Just now we say the affinity change because of your family or your career, okay? And maybe when you were wronged, just now I say, right? You are wronged. You were understood. 你被误会啦. Then how you face those testing, this challenging. So this it's something to do with the the dharma you can get, right? You must have the dharma, then you can overcome, you can conquer the problem happen or the difficulty happen throughout the tsuji works. So if you cannot overcome the difficulty, you not conquer the problem, then you will be conquered by the problem, by the difficulty. So in terms of this situation, you want to slow down because you already get hurt, right, by other volunteer. You want to slow down. You want to take rest. So 道心怎么讲呢？道心呢？道心 your heart become cool down, become cool down. But on the other hand, if you can go same step while you are doing the works together with 文法, right? To listen to master
Listen to
teachings.
Dharma. Yeah.
Yeah, so you already have Dharma power. So you can use this Dharma power to overcome so many personnel or all the problems. Then you feel still very okay, no problem. Although somebody hurt me, understand me, right? Now for me it's okay because my heart is keep the distance with those problems. Yeah. So these we can say have to analyze so many different situations. Everybody slow down or stop in Bodhisattva path has its different affinity. Yeah, have to see. Yeah.
Yeah, but at this point, right, wouldn't it be just like what Brother Sun Hock shared this morning? You know, you walk together, so you rally after each other, you support each other, and you know that if somebody is being tested, then you know that's what the Tzu family is about, right? Is to pull each other along. But there are some who really say no, right? Even give up the uniform and say that's it. So the question here is, how do we get these people back if there is such huge obstructions?
From Master Qing, there is a very useful method. 法清关怀.
Okay.
If you find any volunteer or any senior volunteer, they already slow down or they already stop, then we have to go their house to do the caring, right? To comfort her and know what problem happened and try to comfort her, right? I try to solve the problem for her. At least she will feel, well, I get depression, I feel upset, still have some Tzu family, Dharma family, yeah, come to help me, come to comfort me, right? So that's why Master always said, 法清关怀 is very important. Yeah.
Okay, 感恩, 感恩. But for those who say that now I found another way, I like to do the meditation, because we are Mahayana. So then they say, oh, I found the other way that, so do you want to pull these people back to the Mahayana path, or you let them?
Meditation also one of the way, can go together. But if she cannot take meditation, how you do it, right? Because she doesn't have interest in meditation.
Or some too much into meditation and don't want to come out, to do the action.
Now, whether she want to take meditation or not, this is not the problem. The main problem, the main way is we have to go and try to 安抚她啦, go her house,
Care and
right?
to give care, okay.
Yeah, to care about her, yeah, to know the reason why she slowed down and try to solve the problem for her. Yeah, and she will feel much better, right? If somebody go her house to comfort her, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
because even the recipient, we go their house once a month to comfort, to care about them, especially our Fachina Dama family.
Dharma family, yeah.
Yeah, our Dama family. Yeah, so this Master Qing always emphasizes we have in Tzu works, we always go other side to comfort the refugees, to comfort the recipients. But why our Dharma family has the problem? We don't go to their house to comfort them. This must always remind us.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
The second question, 你的是哪一个问题？
Second question.
你的流程是哪一个？ 是这个吗？
Okay, in your opinion,
Yeah,
can
okay.
Tzu Chi Malaysia be one organization instead of two separate?
That is Penang branch and KL Selangor
Yeah.
branch office. It's always been asked to.
Okay. This also affinity, hard to integrate because this is a group of sentient beings. 都是凡夫啊哦。
Mm,
You see, in Taiwan, there are so many different Buddhist schools，佛教的法门呐、对不对？In Taiwan, there are 佛光山、法鼓山。In Malaysia, same thing, right? 佛教总会什么还有什么什么，so many, right? Different school of Buddhism in Malaysia also, right?
yes.
Yeah, but they are sourcing from one source from the Buddha, right? So this is hard to integrate because this just like we teach the people by Buddhism. Also depends on on people's capability.
But
这个叫做
实际，
看他的
但是
机缘呐、看他啦，对不对
但这个是他们问的是这个是慈济，为什么要2个分会？槟
？But
城
actually in Malaysia, not only 2 branch offices, there are 4. One Penang, one Kuala Lumpur, Selangor, one Malacca, one Kedah, right? It's 4. In the United States, there are 9 branch offices. Yeah. No, not necessary to combine 2 by 1 because every branch office has different person in charge, right? And different person in charge also different way to do the Tzu Chi works. I think you must be very clear, right? Although we have same master, but those sentient beings, 这些凡夫, they have their different view, different point of view, 知见, right? And Master Qing also said, I cannot choose disciples, but disciples can choose master. True or not?
Yeah.
So for master to say, she always be grateful for all the people who want to do the Tzu Chi. Even all of them have different point of view to do Tzu Chi. But as long as this is good thing, master always accept. Never think I want to use my power, right, to integrate, like the business, right? Like business, right? No need to branch office in this country, so I can use my power to make 2 by 1. No, this is not business. This is the charitable organization. This is cultivation ground. Can be many, right?
Yeah, I think from a lot of questions.
No need. 个人修行个人了啦。
对，
Everybody cultivate himself. Other people,
啊，
how they
邊同
want
埋
to
或者
cultivate
David 咯，
themselves.
yeah.
呢個咯，
I
有
understand.
可能
You
馬
see,
來西
like
亞
in
有4
Taiwan,
個
there are
branch
so
嘛，
many
馬
branches,
拉
right? 台中、台南、
多倫
高雄、
多、
有
Penang 同
Hualien.
埋廣東啊
So
，4
in
個 branch。
Malaysia, we have now, like you already
Two
pointed out.
sound in my video, in my laptop now. 2 sounds.
4個branch 就4個
Yeah,
頭啊。
Brother Andy Ho, can you switch off your sound, please? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, but I think, you 没有交流, different branches, right? 你有没有交流 like 台中、台南, 他们都有交流. That means they have.
No. In Taiwan, there are so many 进士堂, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? In the volunteers in Kaohsiung, not very communicate oftenly with the volunteer in Taipei. No.
Okay.
Same Malaysia. Because in the volunteer in Kaohsiung, they do Tzu Chi volunteers, they do Tzu Chi works in Kaohsiung area. So maybe the affinity in Kaohsiung is something different from the Taipei. So the activity undergoing in Kaohsiung doesn't mean in Taipei they can follow it. No, have to see, depends on the affinity.
Okay.
They don't, because different activity, right? So there are very few the Taipei and Kaohsiung volunteer keep connection. No, everybody do as where he stays. No,
Okay.
not very, but because in Taiwan there are so many big affinities in Hualien, right? So from different place in Taiwan, they come together in Hualien, but that's only for a few days only. After they go back, they do their own Tzu Chi jobs.
Okay. I
Yeah.
think that is real, that is great clarification, because people always think that, oh, we are so separated, but this is how, organization
Not
structure.
separate, not separate.
Yeah.
Not this is not separate. Still same source from Taiwan.
Good. How that.
Okay.
Next.
Even you want to do something different from Taiwan, master also no problem. Because master always say 感恩、尊重、爱，恒顺众生。Do you know this? 恒顺众生 Do you know?
Yeah. 感恩、尊重、爱 is
恒顺众生啊。
gratitude,
As
respect.
long as you join Tzu Chi, and
Mhm.
you have your own way to do the Tzu Chi, as long as this is meaningful and for Buddhists, for the people, this is not wrong. So Master Qing always respect. Yeah. She never say, this is not right. You have to change. You have to improve. No. Master Qing always say very smoothly, do as you like. If have affinity, you come back to Taiwan, then Master will tell you how to do will be much better. But never say this is wrong. Because what we do in Tzu Chi is meaningful. But we have to see whether you are follow Master Qing Yuan's instructions. 你是不是依教奉行的? This is very important. Right? You don't want to ask Master, you just do it. Master also very grateful. But if you want to learn, you want to improve, you can ask before you do it. You ask Master will tell you, okay, let me tell you how to do will be much better. Depends on individuals humble, whether he is humble. But in Kuala Lumpur, Selangor, all of you are very lucky. So every time, every year, so many teams from Kuala Lumpur, when they share with Master Ching in Hualien Jinsi Jinsi in a boat, finally they will emphasize one thing. Your core team or your CEO will emphasize one thing. For volunteer in Selangor, Kuala Lumpur, it's very easy. We just listen what Master instruct us. That's one, very simple, right? We don't do as we like. Cannot be 只要我喜欢有什么不可以啊？对不对？ This
Don't
is
do
not
what you
right.
like. Yeah. Okay.
This is not right. But you want, so the team from Kuala Lumpur they keep sharing in a boat. All Taiwanese people who listen, who join this meeting always say, "Wow, the volunteer from Kuala Lumpur is very, very accurate," because they always emphasize we do everything just according to what Master instruct us.
Okay.
This is the core point, because you want to learn Buddhism, you have to follow our Master. What Master say, what you do it.
Okay.
Uh,
So
yeah.
we go to one last question, Brother David. We'll have time for one last one. What
Okay.
are the key factors that enable Tzu Chi to sustain in the long term post Master Zhen Yan? Again, it's a question that has often been asked.
Which one? What are the three key factors? This one?
Yes.
But this one I have no idea about. What I don't know what you mean three key factors.
就是要长期 走下去慈济，当时没有上人在的时候，那个 era。
Three key factors that will enable Tzu to sustain in the long term,
Yeah.
post the Master Qing Yan.
Yes.
If some other day Master is not around, right?
Yes, 对对。
Actually, 2,500 years ago, when Buddha passed away, he also didn't appoint who is the successor, right? That's why at the time when the Buddha is going to pass away, Anand, right?
Ananda.
Ananda asked Buddha, the master, you are going to leave us. What is the last teachings you want to give us, right? That's why we have 四依四不依嘛，有没有？依法不依人。我不会这个，我不会翻成英文。依法
Follow the Dharma and not the person. Yeah.
follow the Dharma, yeah, not follow the person, yeah. First one, 依法不依人。第二，依义不依语啊。Follow the meaning, the true meaning,
And not the speech.
not the word or the language you are speaking, right? Wrong, a different language, no problem. Different wording, also no problem. But as long as must be the same meaning, we have to follow its true meaning. 意义 meaning.
Meaning.
Follow its meaning, not what the word or language they use. The meaning, true meaning, very important. The second one. The third one, 依法不依人，依义不依语，依智不依事。Follow your wisdom, not knowledge. The number 4, 依义不依，依了义不依不了义。This is more difficult. 依了义不依不了义 means you have to follow the implementation, not just talk, not no action, no. It's
No
true.
empty talks. Yeah.
Yeah. Also had another teachings while Buddha is going to pass away. 以戒为师啊。
Using your precepts as your teacher.
Yeah, learning the precepts, right?
As your teacher. Yeah.
As your teacher. Yeah, so even Master Ching is not around. When Master Ching is around, we take the meaning, we link the Dharma as our teacher. We also link Master Ching as our teacher. But when Master Ching is not around, when Buddha is not around, we have to take the precept as our teacher. So the teacher is not from outside, from your inside. So whether master is around or not around, her Dharma still persists. True? You understand?
Yes. So basically, we have got to leave out the teachings that Master Zhen Yan has.
依人不依，依法不依人。
依法不依人. Follow the Dharma and not the person.
So the person is around or not around, it's not a key problem, not the key factors. The key factors in your mind, you take the Dharma as your teacher.
Okay.
You take the precept as your teacher.
感恩 Brother David. Time's up, so we have to keep the rest of the questions for the next month. Yeah. So 感恩 so much.
So another one?
没有时间了。
没有时间了。Okay.
好的。
Okay. See you next time.
Okay. 感恩。
Okay. Bye.
Bye. Yeah. Following on from now is actually Brother Fan from the US. Yeah. On the Qing path. Looking backward and forward. And here I would like to pass it on to Sister Moon as the host. Sister Moon, are you there?
Sister Lily will help us,
Yeah,
Sister.
Sister Kaping, Sister Lily will be taking over.
Okay, all right, can earn so much. Brother Fan, we can't wait for your sharing, on your journey as from Qing until now, and then what you are looking forward to. Can earn so much.
Thank you, everyone. Hope you can hear me okay. Should I share my slides?
Okay, Brother Jack, let me introduce you to everyone before you start your sharing. Okay, Brother Jack is currently Tzu Austin Service Center Director, University of Texas at Austin Qing Advisor, and also the Southern Region and USA Qing Lead. Okay, now let us invite Brother Jack for your sharing. Yeah, the platform is yours, Brother Jack.
Thank you, everyone, and
Yeah,
good morning. Good morning to our Dharma family in Malaysia, and good morning to Dharma Master, the boat masters, and everyone who's listening to us. My name is Jack. I came from the US and currently in Texas in the Austin area. The Dharma name that Master given me is Chen Yang. So a little history about Austin in case you don't know. Here you go. So Austin is also the capital of Texas. And as you can see in the slides, in this frying pan looking state, Austin is roughly in the middle towards the east side. And it's about 2.5 hours from big cities that people are familiar with, like Houston, and about 3 hours south of Dallas. So we always have a joke in Texas that when you're in the center, no matter which direction, if you drive 5 to 6 hours, you're still in Texas. Now, given that we have such a big land, we also have very few volunteers. Many of the people here, like we have 22 people listening in today. This is pretty much all of our volunteers that are active in Austin. Fortunately, though, we have the University of Texas in Austin, which we have a group of newly inspired Qing Bodhisattvas. Now, I don't know how often get to see Qings, but I'd like to share a little bit about the history of these young people who wear a similarly blue and white uniform, just with a lighter color, but also much more active and much more hands-on. So what started out in 1972, there were a young group of volunteers from Hualien Normal Academy that joined Master and the other volunteers who visited the cases that the Tzu Chi was carrying at that time. Master gave them the name, the Tzu Chi Mirror Society, Torchlight Youth Group, which represents the task of holding on the light and light the way, as well as dispelling darkness. Unfortunately, though, this task force, this youth group only lasted about 5 years. Eventually, all the members graduated, they moved away for their career, and it disbanded. It wasn't until 1991 in June when students from the Taiwan Tsinghua and Jiaotong University, led by the Tzu Chi volunteers, started the first collegiate volunteer corps. And Master reminded them that the purpose of volunteering, which is to give with joy and gratitude and fulfilling one's purpose by serving others, it is not something that they must do, but rather they are willing to do and they do so happily. She also gave them the words to encourage them to act with compassion and wisdom so that they can grow together and develop their Dharma roots. Now, in the beginning, I didn't get a chance to join in. It wasn't until 2003 when I was in college that I joined Qing. I remember that year in October, there was a wildfire in the San Diego area when I was in California. There were dark smoke that covered the sky and traffic schools and work was halted because they wanted to make way for the emergency vehicles. And I remember that the sky, even in noontime in October, was, have this orange gray hue that made it look like it's almost dusk time. And without sunlight, everyone was feeling very sleepy, very tired. So fortunately, under the invitation of our of our fellow classmates, I joined in on one of the distribution events hosted by the Tzu Chi chapter in San Diego. I remember that day we left the school before the sun came up and arrived at somewhere out in the mountains and faced waves after waves of recipients, and we can feel their terror, their uneasiness, their anxiety. Many of them left their home with nothing but the clothes on their back, the wallet in their pocket. And I had the chance to go with them to see their homes, to visit their homes. And I remember this particular one home that I went on. It was on top of a hill. It had an amazing view of the valley underneath it. Except right now, by the time I got there, there was nothing but a chimney left. So it makes me realize that how equal we all are when disaster strikes. No matter whether you live on a mansion on top of the hill or a small house, a cabin in the valley, when the fire comes, everybody's the same. And that triggered or started my initial aspiration of joining Tzu Chi. And it started out from just a volunteer to becoming an officer, and slowly, little by little, get to understand more about the Tzu Chi philosophy. And my life became more meaningful that I'm no longer just need to take care of myself, but rather I have to take care of a school organization as well. And it became very natural, but also very fulfilling for my college years. After my college graduation, I wanted to make sure I know what I want to do with my life. So I took a 2-year gap year and joined the medical foundation in the US as a full-time staff. And this picture you see was when in 2007 in New Orleans after a medical outreach. And now that was kind of a shock to me as well, because I just started the position about less than 2 weeks and then I was sent out. So I don't really know what I'm supposed to do, what I'm there for. And I tried to help the medical outreach from the viewpoint of a volunteer. And then made me realize how much details, how much of the little things that I have no idea with, all the logistics, where materials come from, which doctor goes to where, what the flow will look like. I did not know that all these things were planned out in advance by staff or experienced volunteers. And at the same time, it showed me a completely different viewpoint on the US. Before, you always thought US is such a wealthy country, such a strong country. But when you're actually there meeting the people, then you realize there's so many people that are still waiting for aid. It was already nearly 2 years after Katrina, yet many of the places are still look like the hurricane just left. After leaving the medical foundation, I went to New York and started my dental school there. And then I traveled to Texas in the South. After making almost a full circle around the US map, I'm still within the Tzu Chi world. This picture is from 2017 after the Harvey hurricane that struck Texas. And we were providing a dental outreach for people there. This was on the dental van, which came all the way from California. They drove, I think 3 to 5 days to get to Texas. With the same uniform, similar environment, but now with a complete different role. And that opened my eyes to what I can do. Before, I always joke that before my job was palms down, I'm passing the instruments, and now I'm actually palms up, receiving the instruments as a doctor. So I'm changing from one who can give to now receiving. In addition to becoming a doctor, Tzu Chi also showed me places that I can develop other skills, such as being a documentation volunteer. Fortunately, I am very grateful for my parents for giving me that education, help me with my Chinese that I can still understand and write and able to speak it. But with my English background, it acted as a bridge for me to be able to connect with connect the society and also in the US with the Tzu Chi and new Tzu Chi environment. And it gave me an opportunity to stand on stage and share like I do right now. So many people ask me, like, when I'm standing on stage, do I feel nervous or am I scared? To be honest, nervous, definitely. Now that even though I'm sharing across the screen, there's nobody in front of me, I can still feel my heart rate beating fast. But am I scared? Not at all. And that's because in the Tzu Chi world, there's always people that are here to help. We're surrounded by positive energy and helpful people that they're willing and smiling to have this opportunity to interact. So as long as you're well prepared, everyone will give you their approval and their applause. Now, I don't know if you noticed that something similar about these two pictures that I shared earlier. This is actually Brother Yan Ping, whom I met, who's also a volunteer locally in Austin. Now, 17 years ago, when I met him in New Orleans, I did not know that I will be seeing him again. It really shows you that karma, the affinity, is really wondrous. It is amazing that after 17 years, I made my rounds around the US. He went back to Taiwan for a few years, and finally we met at a small city in the middle of Texas. Now, it also shows the proof that maybe, 2,500 years ago, we were all somewhere in the Vulture Peak. We had made this affinity, this Dharma affinity that we're now just reconnecting. So the story earlier was about my Tzu Ching path. Of course, we know that the Tzu Chi world, the Bodhisattva path, is very wide and very broad. And a lot of times I find that when I'm wearing uniform, I'm only a Tzu Chi volunteer when I'm wearing uniform. And when I take off my uniform, I go back to my normal life as if nothing ever happened. And when repeating the cycle over and over again, it made me feel like, is this fortunate that I'm able to do these things? I'm able to volunteer with Tzu Chi, or is it loneliness? Is it just, by just doing Tzu Chi because it is something that I have to do? I want to circle back to the Tzu Chi emblem, the lotus here. Master give this emblem to Tzu Chi with a meaning. The 8 petals represents the formations and the footprints. The lotus have the flower and the fruit, which depicting the cause and conditions that they all grow together. The resting palms in the middle signify sincerity, and the candle continues to light up with the mission of inspiring and dispelling darkness. So now this brings me back to why I'm still here. In Tzu Chi, we have very fortunate to encounter these group of young college volunteers from UT Austin. I'm able and very fortunate to grow with them. And they also taught me a lot as I teach them about the Tzu Chi way of doing things and how to plan events or organize different tasks. For example, this. It's amazing how brave they are. If you ask me if I would dress like this to promote vegetarianism when I was in college, I would definitely shake my head and say, no way. But they're happy to do it. I think that's what's special about the youth nowadays. They're very brave. They're very willing to showcase themselves. They're really willing to show their passion and be persistent with it, and not to feel like they're questioned. And also because they have a group of friends that are in, around the same age group, have shared the same mindset, they don't feel lonely, just like all of us. One person can walk really fast, but a group of people, they can walk really far. Tzu Chings are also great at putting their thoughts into action. This photo is from when we had a on-campus veg fair event, UT Austin. They started planning a few months in advance, also inviting other student organizations who share the same thoughts, such as animal welfare or vegetarian promotion or local foods. Now, because of the regulations in school, they have to prepare all their foods on site where they can be observed. So they started out very early that day, setting up different stations from washing, from cutting, to cooking. And you can see that despite it being very tedious, there's a lot of things, a lot of setup needed, but they're also very passionate about it and they're very happy about doing that too. They also are very smart or very keen of utilizing resources that's available to them. These bread that you see here were collected from local bakeries who have to throw away the bread at the end of the day because of their quality control. So they would allow these bread to be picked up by organizations or by people who are in need. And Qing have gathered that and take that opportunity as a gift for people who are donating to a cause. I think the cause was after the earthquake in Nepal. And so they too are helping the effort in Buddha's homeland. Now, besides the activities outside, they also have opportunities where they learn more about the Tzu Chi idea. This is from their local training, and our office is very small, but because we have these group of people that from different areas of Texas, that made the office feel really lively. Of course, this cannot be all attributed to me myself. I am very and sincerely grateful for the volunteers in Austin, especially the Shigushibos and the adult volunteers. They are growing with them. They hosted them as if they are their family members. And it's really amazing to see people do that, opening their homes to students, to other people they've never met, and perhaps in a few years they will never see again in their own life. But I guess that's the special thing about Tzu Chi, right? That we are all open to making friends and making connections. And through the years of Qing and growing with Tzu Chi, it made me wonder, so what are we trying to do for them? Are we trying to bring them into Tzu Chi as a life-altering force or as a trickling stream? Are we trying to teach them little by little that one day, hopefully, they will pick up on the Tzu Chi concepts? Well, from my observation is that they are taking it little by little. When you give them too much and too fast, they become scared. The young people nowadays, they don't like to be told what to do. They like to find things out for themselves. So I gave them the opportunity so that they could explore and experiment and maybe even make a few mistakes as long as nothing is really critical. My job is to prevent them from making big, stupid mistakes. But if they're making a little mistake, it's a learning opportunity. And it gives me a chance to teach them, okay, so now what do we see from here? What can we learn from that? And how do we do it better next time? This is one of the local events where they were cleaning up the trail. It's kind of amazing to see that they're willing to dedicate a Saturday or a Sunday morning to helping out. But it's also very amazing to see people, thanking them, like people who passed by, who were exercising, they were thanking the volunteers. And that became a positive reinforcement. It validates what they are trying to do. It gives them meaning to what they're doing. And if they feel like their work is appreciated, they love doing it. This is from their like they're making lunch for the Shigushibo's to thank them for hosting them throughout the semester, for preparing food for them, and they planned this out all by themselves. It's very heartwarming to see that they too have that gratitude, and they learn it by watching the adult volunteers. And this is what I'm following. See, they prepare and of course they didn't prepare everything. We still have the Sugusibo bring in some of the simple dishes, but you can see that a small effort can snowball to a bigger and more complete event. So looking back, what I learned from being in Qing is that, you don't want to pass on good deeds because it seems small, and don't commit a bad deed because it seems tiny. For example, my day job, my job is a dentist. So I often have patients ask me, so do I need to floss every day? Do I need to floss every single teeth? Well, the answer is simple. Floss the ones that you want to keep, right? You care for the people, for the things that you want to stay around you. And if you don't care about it, then it won't stay with you. So everyone is a people. Every person we meet is like a mirror. What we do will reflect upon the people around us. So if we think that something small is unimportant and we forget about it, well, eventually it will grow into something become more and more serious. Through interactions with Qing is an opportunity for me to reflect upon myself. When I see them, forgetting about things when they are doing events, it's also to remind me that, am I thinking more comprehensively? Am I looking at the whole picture? And watching them discussing events, planning out things the last minute, it's also a reminder for myself that, maybe I should be more proactive and kind of push them along. When they think things that are too simplified, it's also a reminder for me that, am I overcomplicating things? So receiving from those before us, all of us have received the teachings from or the guidance from volunteers before us, from masters, from Buddha. These are all people that have walked the path before us. And our job is to take in all that. Our responsibility is to take in all that and then pass it on for those who are following, us or who are younger than us, so they could guide them onto this path. And every step you take marks the journey in your heart. Your action reflects your intentions. And in Tzu Chi, the interaction with the volunteers, with the recipients, with the world are all wondrous and beautiful, and it's all meant to be shared. These are all the karma affinities that we're trying to establish. So finally, coming back towards the end, I'd like to take this opportunity to draw back to our theme this year, what Master gave us for the year-end blessing. May we never forget the initial spirit of the bamboo bank. May we always remember the great vow of the Tzu Chi path. The initial spirit of bamboo bank is that everybody can. 30 housewives, 50 cents NT a day. That's nothing. Yet it started something that 60 years later became what we know as the Tzu Chi world today. And that is the great vow of the Tzu Chi path. We're trying to teach, we're trying to help. We're helping those who are in need, whether they are poor, they are impoverished, or they're just spiritually lacking. And we teach those who are able that they can give, and they don't need to give a whole lot, just a little bit, and it will change their world. So what Tzu Chi gave me throughout this time was more of an activation, a ability to try out different things that I may not have if I wasn't in this group. I was able to provide help or through like dental care, healthcare to give to those who are suffering. But at the same time, I can also lead a study group. I can also share. I can write stories. These are things that I may not be able to do on my own. And that, I think, is the wondrous world of Tzu Chi. That there's so many different ways, like I heard earlier from Liu Shibo, was that there's so many things you can do, and there's so many different ways to do things. You can do whatever you like as long as you follow on the Tzu Chi path. So now I'd like to pass everything back to our host, and thank you so much for this opportunity to share with you all, and hope you all have a great day.
Thank you so much, Brother Jack, for your wonderful sharing. Indeed, Brother Jack is very fortunate and blessed to encounter Tzu and nurture your talents and grow up together with Tzu, right? Yeah, volunteering is really joyful and with gratitude to benefit others and also self. So such is your affinities with Tzu, starting from the volunteering in the home visits at the forest fires, that you realize the equality of humankind, how rich or how poor, all is the same when the fire was started. So yeah, I noticed that life changes and have lived a more meaningful life. And really, Brother Jack is a courageous young guy. Yeah, have great vow as vast as the universe remain unwavering for countless kalpas, and the infinite Dharma doors appears in front. So many opportunities for you. Yeah. Okay. And I also learned that with the open-mindedness and to teach and guide the young generations as you walk together in the Tzu path and power of accumulation. Every bits of learnings and giving will accumulate and become big, just like the spirit of Bamboo Bank as you have shared just now. Yeah, truly grateful for your sharing, wonderful sharing indeed. Okay, I think we have come to the end of the session. Yeah, let us offer 3 bows to the Triple Gems. Maybe live the life with the Dharma that we learned today. Okay, please rise, palms together. First bow to the Buddha. Second bow to the Dharma. Third bow to the Sangha. And a bow to the beloved Abode Masters who could join us today.感恩 to everyone. See you again next week.感恩, Brother Jack.
Brother Jack, inspiring sharing and all the wonderful sharer today.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you. Have a good
Yeah.
day.
Yeah, have a great weekend.
We look forward to hearing you from Brother Jack.
Yeah. We need the power of the young people. Okay, thank you.